We would never include lived downward the plot theories. The dramatist says how currently, in retrospective view, same's joyful things transpired as they did, in two groups of throw and team take to the phase to choose up the academia confer. Think if up they had done the ad of the wrong cover, the presenters implemented it was a error, stopped and told, not, we include the incorrect cover conduct at or later done all expect 5 protocol, that very feels love and time on Dwell TV, for them to get the law cover and later declare who had won top image. We perhaps would include never lived downward the plot theories. Fortunately it didn't occur how way, but I was yet stunned and amazed and lucky and embarrassed as all observer at household and at the occasion. Videos of the time it became precise the incorrect movie had been announced are painfully uncomfortable to look. You see McCraney's person as the throw and team do their way to the phase at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles, embarrassed at first, later membrane shocked. I believe down there are a few clips on YouTube wherever you can see my response as it happened, he says. Cover mishaps towards, McCraney had lot to commemorate on the overnight. He had already selected up the top tailored scenario Oscar, on In Moon's CEO Barry Jenkins, for In Moon Dark Boys See Dark Blue, the act the movie was relying on. That conducted us on to the year's Oscars, take location on March 4th. It turns out McCraney is a big fan of one UK artist in special. Sorrowfully, I refuged he had a time to see the films designated for top image, he says. Yet Daniel Kaluuya is designated for top artist for his part in Get Of. I expect all in the UK is as agitated on how as I am. I saw him in Suckling Toddy at the King trial a few years ago and strike. Enormous wish to him. McCraney has been behind in the UK oneself for the recovery of the brothers' amount at London's youthful victory. It was 10 years ago how it was at first staged, at the identical location. Not lot has been modified on the act himself in how period he says, in spite lot change for McCraney. The brothers' amount tells the history of Ogun and Oshushi amount, the two brothers of the name, and Oshushi's ex-cage companion Eligba. They step the phase, that is naked but for a mel round they paint at the begin of the 90-min act, as so as installation out the phase, they as well recite out the directions, dancing and chant. Same sense of nowness is more than strong rather than nostalgic, he explains. It doesn't sense love he's been 10 year. It feels love we treated on a act up and now we are upcoming behind to do several urgent job, expressive stories how we sense are immediate. Same house is more than live in the act in a way how I include never seen. He's exciting. How immediate history he is expressive is on conciliation and produce as so as the ties among brothers, be it of bloodstream or of amity. It has echoes of Yoruba myth, consisting Ogun creature mentioned following the Yoruba god of difficult job, and bad ambition incurred by his junior sibling as he struggles to regulate to lifetime external his jail cage resound through the act. Set in Louisiana, in a period house never clearly aforementioned in the scenario, so how is it pertinent to London present? In lot ways, says McCraney. Same suppression of human beings of color continues, he says. Same jail and rehab trial is deep corrupted. We aware more than of how now rather than we did 10 year back. Time his at first act, he's now the other, chronologically, in regulation of the story, in his sibling/sister acting trilogy, on in the red and tan water supply and Mark, or the open secret of Sugary. And he's fair been announced how McCraney is manufacturing his Broadway opening in Chorus Little Boy, previous following year. I very delight the act and include ever requested to again visit it in a more profound objective lens, he says. Same brothers amount was a chunk how I never requested to destroy or craftsman in, he's act, love in the red and tan water supply, wherever I am always detecting more than on it the more than I enable collaborators to give their ideas to the written. As for currently, McCraney is generally training, as so as training of his own students, he says. I very delight he says. Requested how Moon's successful has modified things for him, he says, it hasn't modified a large transactions. I yet learn, I yet compose. Human beings ask me more than questions on confer ritual, but I calculate it all as pleasure.